and I'm the president of the New Jersey Jazz Society. I'd like to welcome you to tonight's presentation, An Evening with Alexis Cole. Before we get started with what I know will be a wonderful, lovely evening of music, I'd like to give you a little bit of background on the Jazz Society. If you've joined us and you're not a member, we're a 49-year-old organization. We just had our 49th birthday, and you can find out more about the Society at our website, NJJS.org. And if you are so inclined, we offer a wonderful, wonderful award-winning digital magazine as a perk of membership. But since you've joined in tonight, if you aren't a member, the password for November is Caravan with a capital C. And you can access the magazine and enjoy it. And then you can decide if you'd like to join the Society as a member. We are also kicking off our annual appeal campaign this week. So if you are able to make a donation to the Jazz Society to help us fund programming like you're going to see tonight, that would be greatly appreciated. For those of you who have donated in the past, we couldn't do what we do without you. So thank you so much for your generosity. If you are inclined to donate this evening, you can go to our website, njjs.org, and there's a conveniently placed red donate button. It says make a donation. Click through that and you can pay via credit card, and that would be really, really lovely. Tonight's featured artist, Alexis Cole. I know she's going to tell us some wonderful things, but I would like to start out by saying that Alexis is a former Army veteran. She was she was the vocalist for the, I want to get it right, for the West Point-based Jazz Nights for 7 years. I'm hoping she'll tell us some stories about that this evening. I think she will. She is also as well as being a sought-out performer, she is also on the faculty at SUNY Purchase. She teaches vocal jazz at SUNY Purchase, and she has just returned to her alma mater, William Paterson, as the chair of the jazz vocal program. So if you are watching tonight through Facebook or YouTube and you have any questions for Alexis, please type those in and we will be feeding those to her. Again, I know she's going to give us some wonderful stories as well as wonderful music this evening. But if you have any questions, please, please, please don't hesitate to ask. So without further ado, I give you Alexis Cole.
Up all my cares and woes, here I go singing low. Bye-bye, blackbird, or somebody waits for me, sugar sweet and so is he. Bye-bye, blackbird, no one here can love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me to make my bed. vai saindo de sem mar eu sou. Vejo o barco e luz dias tão azuis, voltando o mar de mar eu sou. E o barquinho coração deslizando na canção, tudo é moral, amor se faz. No barquinho coração deslizando na canção, tudo isso e mais, tudo isso e traz um calma de varal então. O barquinho vai, a tardinha cai.
Thanks so much for joining me, guys. This is really fun. This is my first live stream in Ossining. I live in Ossining, New York, and over the pandemic, I did a number of live streams from my cottage, which is where I was based when I was living there in the beginning of the pandemic, when we were doing all of our classes and things remotely. And now I've moved back into my co-op here in Ossining, and nice to be reunited with my piano. This is actually a new piano for me. I had I bought a piano when I first joined the Army and moved to this area back in 2009, and I was never really happy with it. And I finally got it together to sell it, and I found this piano at Strange Weather Studios in Brooklyn, and I bought it pretty much right before all my touring. That was right before the pandemic, so I actually haven't played this piano very much at all. So it's really great to have this instrument. It's a Yamaha C3 that needs a tuning. It's scheduled December 3rd, but I'm really excited to be playing for you here from my living room in Ossining, New York. Thanks.
been so untrue. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. You drove me, nearly drove me out of my head. Well, you never shed a tear. Remember, I remember all that you said. Told me love was too plebeian. Told me you were through with me. And now you say you want me. Well, just to prove you do, go on and cry me a river. Cry me a river. I cried a river over you. You drove me, nearly drove me out of my head. Well, you never shed a tear. Remember, I remember all that you said. You told me love was too plebeian. You told me you were through with me. And now you say you want me. Well, just to prove you do, go on and cry me a river. Cry me a river. I cried a river over you. I cried a river over you.
All right. So I wanted to play a few songs from my album that just came out. Here's the album. Oops. There we go. And it's called Sky Blossom, Songs from My Tour of Duty. So as Sydney mentioned, I was in the Army from 2009 until 2015. And now I am a veteran. I'm a current veteran and a former active duty Army Staff Sergeant. And I had the honor of singing with the West Point Band's Jazz Nights for 6.5 years. And it was a really incredible opportunity to sing with a big band. And I learned so much, and a collection of songs of material was written for me mostly by Scott Archangel, who is actually an alumnus of William Paterson as well for his grad degree. And so finally I was able to collect them onto this album, and we recorded it starting in 2018. And finally it has come out just last week on Zoho Records, which is a wonderful Westchester-based label. And I'll tell you the names of the tunes on it, some of which I'm going to play. It's got Joy Spring, Pure Imagination, How Long Has This Been Going On? All Blues, Estate, Across the Universe, Triste, How I Wish, which is also known as Ask Me Now, Social Call, New York State of Mind, Our Love Is Here to Stay. And I closed it with the song American Anthem, which is a really incredible patriotic song that many of you haven't heard, but President Biden heard it, and he recited some of it actually in his inaugural address. So I was inspired by that to record a duo version. The rest of the album is big band, and that one song is just a duo. And I actually recorded it when I was in Korea. That's where I was, and I met a very talented pianist, Jae-Hyun Kong, and we recorded it in the studio there, because I spent half of last year in South Korea. It was really a great opportunity to travel while I was out of the country. Anyway, if you'd like to hear the album with the big band, not just me, you can buy it anywhere. You could also buy it on my website at alexiscole.com/music. And it's available streaming on all your favorite platforms. So I hope you'll give it a listen, because if we make this music and nobody listens, why bother? So thanks. So I'll play some of the tunes from it right now. I'll start with Joy Spring. This song is by Clifford Brown and has a lyric by a New Yorker named Jezra Kay. She lives in Brooklyn, and she's a poet and a fiction writer, and also wrote these lyrics. And she also has a business and a book called Speak Like Yourself, and a business helping coach women on public speaking skills. So here's Joy Spring.
Isn't spring your favorite season? Watching the flowers blooming up out of the ground, watching the snow melt down. Boy, you may take winter time, but spring is my joy. It's got me feeling so glad the days are breezy. You've got the time to say hello and give a smile, feeling real good isn't style. You may take winter, boy, but spring is my joy. It's something special, and you observed, it makes you glad to be alive. It's not absurd to say that spring helps you survive the winter's long, miserable snow and rain. It gives you hope to know that spring will get a refrain. You gotta believe the day is coming. The world is humming, thinking about how good it'll be, and that goes double for me. You may take winter, boy, but spring is my joy. You may take winter, boy, goes double for me. Yes, it's my only joy, goes double for me. You may take winter, boy, but spring is my joy.
continue with another track from the album. This is Estate by Bruno Martino.
You bathe me in the glow of your caresses. You turn my timid nose to eager yeses. You sweep away my sorrows with your sighs. Estate. Oh, how your golden sunlight bends the willow. Your blossoms pour their perfume on my pillow. Who could know you half as well as I? Always feel you near me. In every song the morning breeze composes, in all the tender wonder of the roses. Each time the setting sun smiles on the sea. Estate. And when you sleep beneath a snowy cover, I'll hold you in my heart just like a lover. And wait until you come again to me. Folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood, hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. I'm taking a Greyhound on a Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. I've seen all the movie stars and their fancy cars and their limousines, been high in the Rockies under the evergreens. I know what I'm needing and I don't want to waste more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. Oh, it was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times or the Daily News comes down to reality. It's fine with me 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or a riverside. Don't have any reasons, I've left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind.
Of course, that was Billy Joel's New York State of Mind, and that's recorded on the album. And I'd like to continue with Thelonious Monk's Ask Me Now, also on the album, called How I Wish. Of course, I can't remember if I mentioned this lyric is by the late great Jon Hendricks. It's a song about regret.
Once you said you loved me, placed no one above me. prayed for me to make that vow. What dumb thing did I say? So busy being blasé. How I wish you'd ask me now. I was vain and blind then, prone to be unkind then. I wish they'd turn back time somehow. Then I was audacious. I ignored what was precious. How I wish you'd ask me now. I thought then I'd always be all footloose and fancy free. How could I have been so blind? What I once made light of turned out to be true love. Once my ego ruled me, it flattered me and fooled me more times than the laws allow. You asked me, could I care? My attention was elsewhere. How I wish you'd ask. Oh, how I wish you'd ask. How I wish you'd ask me. Now, right now.
Such a beautiful song. Yes. Okay. So once again, those are songs from my new album, Sky Blossom. And I'm going to move on to some other repertoire, but I just want to mention that this year I'm also reissuing my Christmas album, and I have a new bonus track on there with the pianist Josh Nelson of Oh Holy Night. I'm really excited about that, and it's coming out, the 19th, I think. So is that tomorrow? Tomorrow it comes out, Oh Holy Night. And the whole album is reissued, so I hope you'll check that out over Christmas. It's on all the streaming services as well. And that album I made in 2009. It's got over 50 musicians on it, including my father, who wrote some songs for it. My father is an amazing songwriter, composer, and singer, pianist. And my mother's mother was also a singer and pianist. So I've got a lot of music on both sides of my family. I don't write too many songs, but a few years ago I suffered a little heartbreak, and there's nothing like heartbreak to make you want to write some music. So this is the song I wrote. It's called Blues for All Us, and it's based on the chord changes of Blues for Alice, Charlie Parker's great blues. And I was practicing Blues for Alice when I wrote it, when I got the idea. I thought, why was Alice so special that Charlie Parker wrote a song about her, and how come nobody ever wrote a song for me? And so the premise is that I've got to write my own song. And I'm sure most of you are jazz fans out there, so you'll recognize the names of the songs. But if you're not, just know every time that I say a girl's name, it is the name of a jazz song. So here is my composition, words and music by Alexis Cole, chords by Charlie Parker, Blues for All Us.
Why is Alice so great? once she got over me. How about Stella, Laura, or Emily? As far as I can see, I'm all a man wants me to be. And yet, there's no song for me. Well, Debbie's got a waltz, and Joan's got tones. When Betty came along, she got her own song. I thought maybe that you might write a song for me. Perhaps an 8-bar blues. Well, Alice got 12, but who's counting? I guess I'll have to write my own song. 'Cause now you've moved on, taking all the melodies and chords, but you left behind a few. And though I meant to write a song for me, it seems I wrote a song for you. No, George Brown isn't sweeter than me, and neither is Janine or Sister Sadie. Miss Otis has regrets, and so do I. The day we met, see, there I go, writing you into my song again. I guess I'll have to write a new song so I can move on. A song that makes me sing and dance till my heart runs free. I'm waiting for the day when someone else will sing the song I wrote with me. Shooby-dooey, in my room all alone, practicing my bebop by the telephone. Won't someone come and save me while I'm young? Don't want to leave my song unsung. Don't want to give up on romance. I believe that someday he will find me, and then he'll write me a song that everyone will want to play. To keep the blues away, I guess I'll practice blues for Alice every day. Shooby-dooey, in my room all alone, practicing my bebop by the telephone. Won't someone come and save me while I'm young? Don't want to leave my song unsung. Don't want to give up on romance. I believe that someday he will find me, and then he'll write me a song that everyone will want to play. Till love comes my way, I guess I'll practice blues for Alice every day. Night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are, I'll think of you. Night and day, why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? In the roaring traffic's boom, in the silence of my lonely room, I'll think of you. Night and day,
That was my arrangement of Cole Porter's Night and Day. And I'd like to make a special dedication. My boyfriend Paul is watching, I hope, with his mother Carol, who has just moved into a new home, and I want to dedicate this song to her. This is You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To, and congratulations on your new home. Okay. And I hope you enjoy Paul and send him back soon.
You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by the fire, while the breeze on high sang a lullaby. You'd be all that I could desire, under stars chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning above. You'd be so nice, you'd be paradise to come home to and love. You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by the fire, while the breeze went high sang a lullaby. You'd be all that I could desire, under stars chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning above. You'd be so nice, you'd be paradise to come home to and love, to come home to and love, to come home to and love.
One of the things I haven't mentioned yet that I wanted to talk about is jazzvoice.com and the Vocal Jazz Summit. So during the pandemic, I started a website called jazzvoice.com. I was really bored at my cabin, and I was thinking about, I had done some plumbing and some roofing, and I got a chainsaw. And after all those things were done, I got this idea to start a website where people could study online with teachers and famous performers. And because it was amazing, because all of us were suddenly forced to teach online at our university jobs and such. So and it was so much better than I thought it would be. I never really liked the idea of online lessons, but when I was forced into the situation at SUNY Purchase, I found that it was actually really great because I could see really close into the singers' mouths, and much closer than when I'm accompanying them and they're at the other end of the piano. So I asked my friends and some people that I admire to teach on the site, and I learned how to build a website, and I made it live in about 2 months. It was a lot of trial and error and a lot of failure, but finally success. And we've been live since July of 2020. So a pretty great run. That's all, a year and a half almost. So please check it out if you're interested in singing or you know someone who is. It's jazzvoice.com. And the way it works is we have a membership of just $15 to $35 a month. And you can come on and take classes with us for just that low monthly fee, and also see back to the classes that we've recorded. Everything gets recorded on the site. Or you can just join us one class at a time for $10 or $15. And you can also sign up for private lessons. Some of our teachers include Jane Monheit and Tierney Sutton, Catherine Russell, and Kate McGarry, Karen Allison. It's a pretty heavy list. And there's also some great educators that you might not have heard of. Greta Matassa, and you probably know Dominique. She's got some. Those gals aren't teaching private lessons on the site, but they have a lot of content on there too, and are some of my favorite educators. And Darmin Meter and Rosanna Eckert are doing their boot camp now, their improv boot camp through jazzvoice.com. So I'm really honored to have them there under my umbrella. I hope that can keep everybody dry. And the other project that I'm working on is called the Vocal Jazz Summit, and that took place virtually last year. It was our kickoff year, and this will be our first year live. We're going to be in Virginia Beach at the Zeiders American Dream Theater. It's an amazing theater that has a mission for community art making. And so I hope you'll look into that and consider joining us. That is in April 8th to 10th, 2022. Kurt Elling is the headliner, and I'll be performing with my trio for the second night. And the third night is Samara Joy, who most of you probably know. There was a great article about her in Jersey Jazz a few months ago. And Samara is a recent graduate of my program at SUNY Purchase. So, and then there's workshops throughout the day. Jane Monheit's going to come and teach a workshop, and Renee Marie, and Dominique Eade, and Greta Matassa, and Melanie Charles. It's just an amazing lineup. And also there'll be an opportunity to perform yourself as well at nightly jam sessions. So you can check that out at thez.org/Vocal Jazz Summit. And my website is jazzvoice.com. Thanks for checking those out and telling your friends all about them. So we're going to continue on with some more music.
Poor little sad little bluesette, don't you cry, don't you fret. You can bet one lucky day you'll waken and your blues will be forsaken. One lucky day, lovely love will come your way. Pretty little bluesette, mustn't be a mourner. Have you heard the news yet? Love is just around the corner. Love wrapped in rainbows and tied with pink ribbons to make your next springtime your gold wedding ring time. So dry your eyes, don't you cry, don't you fret. Goody good times are coming, bluesette. Long as there's love in your heart to share, dear bluesette, don't despair. Some blue boy is longing just like you to find someone to be true to. Two lovely arms he can nestle in and stay. That magic day may just be today. love wrapped in rainbows and tied with pink ribbons, to make your next springtime your gold wedding ring time. So dry your eyes, don't you cry, don't you fret, the goody good times are coming, Blusette. Long as there's love in your heart to share, dear Blusette, don't despair. Some blue boy is longing just like you to find us someone to be true to your lovely arms he can nestle in and stay. That magic day may just be today. Hear my voice where you are, take a train, steal a car, hop a freight, grab a star, come back to me. Catch a plane, catch a breeze, on your hands or on your knees. Summer fly, only please come back to me. Have you gone to the moon, or a corner saloon, or a rocket ruin? I don't care, this is where you should be. From the hills to the shore, ride the wind straight to my door. Leave the highway to dust, break the law if you must. Move the world, only just come back to me. Through the din, feel the waves up on your skin, like a call from within, come back to me. What on earth must I do? Scream and yell until I'm blue, curse your soul, when will you come back to me? Let the tub overflow, if a date waits below, let her wait for Godot. Ride a rail, come by mail, COD. Sign up on your door, says out to lunch forevermore. In a Rolls or sedan, wrapped in ink or saran. Any way that you can come back to me. 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 Come back to me.
Thanks so much for joining me. We have a period now for some chatting, the social hour. Hey, Sydney.
Hey, thank you very, very much. I'm sure you can hear applause. Think
I
about
hear them
these
in my head
things.
all the time anyway.
So we didn't get any pressing questions, but I have a few. I want you to talk a little bit more about how you got involved with the big band through the Army. Tell our listeners a little bit more about how you how did that all come about, and how did you what are the kinds of things that is expected of you, if you will, when that's your job in the Army, and where did you go?
Oh, sure. Well, actually, this is a Jersey Jazz story a little bit. So I actually heard about the job from my former teacher from William Paterson, Nancy Marano, who I just took over for at William Paterson. So she said she could only think of a few people that she thought could pass the PT test. And I don't know why she thought of me, because I was pretty marginal in that area. But anyway, I thought, wow, what a cool idea to get to sing full time with a big band, and also, make some different kinds of, have some different experiences in my life. So I auditioned for the band, and I got accepted. I won the job, and then the next thing I knew, I was shipping off to basic training at Fort Hamilton. I was at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, for 9 weeks of hell. It's really hard, and especially when you're, a 33-year-old artist, not the average person in basic training. And it was just really, I need a lot of sleep to survive, just generally. It was just really, really hard on me. And it was about 4 years before I didn't think about it every day. Now, not everybody had an experience like that. That's just me. But it was really hard. But then singing with the band was amazing, and getting to be part of that unit. West Point is a military base that's even older than our country. And the things I got to see there, I saw President Obama speak for the address for graduation for the cadets, and I got to sing for Norman Schwarzkopf's funeral. It was so, General Odierno was there, and Colin Powell, the late Colin Powell. And it was just really amazing to get to be a part of that. So I'm a very patriotic person. I'm really, I'm an activist, and, protecting democracy and our Constitution are two of the things that are most important to me. So getting to serve in the Army was another expression of that, that love for our country.
Well, thank you very much for your service. I think we don't all, I know I had forgotten that you actually have to still go through basic training, even though you
Soldiers
are.
first.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And so what was the most amazing place you got to travel to in that job?
Well, there are some bands that's all they do is travel, some military bands, but actually our band is based at the military academy.
Oh,
and that's
okay.
our primary point of service. So we used to go on small tours, like 2 or 3 weeks a year. And I guess the most amazing trip I did with the band was to Japan. And this was actually of the very first time that a Japanese, they don't have a military, they have a central self-defense force. But it was the first time that our militaries had played together, the Japanese and American military bands. So I got to be part of that amazing historic event in Tokyo. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds very exciting.
And actually, wasn't tonight's password Caravan?
Yeah.
That was the song that I sang in Japan. Mike Reifenberg from the West Point band wrote an arrangement for me to sing with the Japanese concert band, and it was of Caravan. It was very cool.
Wow. That sounds very exciting. So tell us a little bit more about this new job that you have at William Paterson. William Paterson is we have a dear love of the program with them. And by the way, you got a text from a comment from Nick Schubel, your fellow William Paterson alum. Delighted to see you on the programming tonight. So tell us a bit more about what you'll be doing at William Paterson.
Sure. Well, it's so great. Over the years, I've kept my connection strong there. When I was with the West Point band, we went a few times and did concerts there. There was another alumnus in the band, Mark Tonelli. And then after I left the band, I did a few concerts, including a live stream event in their summer series last summer. That was a lot of fun. So by last summer, I mean summer 2020. So that's 2 summers ago. But I remember it was amazing. It was the first time I had played music since the pandemic. And Ted Rosenthal was there on the bandstand with me, and we were rehearsing. And the very first we were doing a song, a rubato intro, and he played for me, and I started singing, and I just started sobbing. It was insane. I know this is not the question you asked me, but I wanted to tell you about this incredible, and I just want to say that's what organizations like yours and the college make possible, is performances, and the music, the things that bolster the music that make it able to happen. And when all that was taken away, during the pandemic, when it finally came back a little bit, for me at least, it was a really moving experience. So I've had always a great relationship with David Dempsey and with the program there, and of course I'm good friends, with Pete McGinnis, and so it's great to be on the faculty there. I graduated in 1998, so it's been a while since I've been at the school, but I'm really enjoying getting to see everyone again and to know some new faces. And I teach a great new combo. We started a combo just for singers that's is about singers working with the rhythm section. So that's exciting, and we've had some performances. And also, Pete McGinnis took over the vocal ensemble because he is, of course, in the Royal Bobsters, so he's walking that walk right now. So I think the program, and also I want to mention that over the last 2 years with jazzvoice.com, I have been working with Nancy Marano. She's been teaching for jazzvoice.com. We've been promoting her book and having her teach all kinds of classes for us. So I've had also a very close relationship with Nancy, which really helped to facilitate my taking over the position. Mostly feeling positive about it. It's hard to step into the shoes of your mentor, but luckily I've had a very collegial relationship with Nancy over the last 2 years since I started jazzvoice.com. So it was a much more natural thing to take over there at William Paterson. And she had no ambivalence about it. She was really ready to retire and move on to the next things in her life too. So I'm really happy that I'm there, and everybody's doing a great job, and we're looking to build up the vocal program to take it to the next level, get some great students there.
Well, we certainly wish you all the best in that position, and we look forward to hearing some of those students in the future. I know that Dave and Pete have been, are wonderful supporters to the Jersey Jazz Society. So it's nice to have it all come full circle. So you mentioned you have a new album out, and you mentioned you're reissuing your Christmas album. Where can people find those?
Yes. Hey. Everything is on my website at alexiscole.com, alexiscole.com/music. Let's see. And you can order physical CDs right from there, and I mail them to you. thankyou.stamps.com, or you can download them from there, or you can even just listen to preview there.
Great.
And they're on all the streaming services, and you can buy them through Amazon and stuff, but that's a terrible idea.
Okay. Well, we wish you the best of luck with the new album. We wish you the best of luck with the reissued album. Thank you so very much for your time this evening. I know today you and I both suffered from technical madness. So it was, it's been a long day, but again, such a beautiful concert. Thank you so, so very much. And before we say goodnight for the evening, there's just a couple of things that I wanted to mention. This program will be archived on our New Jersey Jazz Society YouTube channel, as well as the rest of the programs that we've done throughout the previous year. So through 2021, all those programs are available in the archives on our YouTube channel. So Alexis, you will live in infamy there. And again, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And the last thing I want to say before we leave is that we have a program this coming Sunday, the 21st at 3 p.m. It's the last in our jazz education series in our partnership with Metuchen Arts Council. And it will feature David Hodge, and he is a Columbia University professor and the author of the book Lush Life, a biography of Billy Strayhorn. And the presentation will be titled Ellington and Strayhorn Alone and Together, and it will be marvelous. So if you can't join us at 3 p.m. on Sunday, that too will also be archived on the New Jersey Jazz Society YouTube channel. So again, thank you everybody for coming out this evening, and thank you, Alexis, for a lovely concert. The Jazz Society wishes everyone a marvelous and lovely, happy, healthy Thanksgiving. If you're traveling, please be safe. And we look forward to more great programming. So again, thank you very much, and good night, everybody.
Thanks for having me. Good night, everyone.